So today's video is going to be part 1 of the drugstore makeup archives. I'm going to be doing part 1, which is going to be from 2010 to 2014. Then I'm going to do part 2, which is going to be 2015 to 2022. So we're going to start with L'Oreal Paris came out with their one swipe eyeshadows, because 2010 to 2011 it was the one swipe eyeshadow looks. Didn't really do blending. It wasn't like loads of colours. Then Maybelline came out with their colour tattoo. This was the dupe for the MAC paint pots. Don't think they're still in the drugstore. Never heard of them till now. Next we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour pigment paint pots. This is probably like another dupe for the MAC paint pots. Who wears their eyeshadow or any product for 24 hours? Like, I literally don't know who does that. Like, I literally have no clue. Like, this was the time where dupe videos were a thing. Like, I've not really watched a dupe video in ages. More eyeshadows. Revlon came out with their cream eyeshadows. From what I heard, they were terrible. Revlon, from what I've heard, have never perfected the eyeshadow formula. Like, the colours just look really muted. Next is the NYX Sunny Bronzer. This must have been the most used product of that time, because the amount of pictures I've seen of people like hitting pan on this bronzer. This looks orange. At the time, this was what drugstore bronzers kind of look like. Like, it would be orange. Then this is a classic. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in shade Milk. This can be used as an eyeliner or just as a crayon sized. It can be used as an eyeshadow, and this is like a classic. It works. It's like an iconic part of makeup history. Then we have the Maybelline, this next one is also iconic, from Maybelline, the Dream Maker Mousse. I'm pretty sure I still see this in the drugstore, and I don't think it looks that good. Like, I love Maybelline and their face makeup, like literally most of my face makeup is Maybelline. But it just looked like you were putting mousse on your face. Like, it just doesn't look good. Next we have the L'Oreal 24 Infallible Liquid. This was a liquid lipstick. Like, it's one where it's like we've moved on to better liquid lipsticks. Not sure this would be for me. You had liquid lipsticks where it was a liquid lipstick on the end and then a balm on the other end. And it would only work with that lip balm. Every other lip balm, it would not work with it. We have the Coastal Scents eyeshadow palette. This is a neon palette of its time. It's so bright, it's so colourful. Now moving into 2011 time, we have like the Maybelline Baby Lips. People were obsessed with this. Like, this reminds me of like 2014 YouTube. So many YouTubers talked about it. This was the time of lip balm. From like 2011 to like 2014. They're just lip balms, they're nothing fancy. Do not like the look of this product. This is the Maybelline Bouncy Blush. Maybelline have done better brushes, like this look is such a good blush. Like, I really like this blush. And I think it's time to retire this tube. And I just got a load on my finger. I think I'm going to get rid of this now. I think this is empty-ish. I'm going to move on to another one. Like that is now going in the bin. Such a good blush. Like, I don't like the look of their bouncy blushes. I just don't. It's not my thing at all. Then Wet n Wild came up with their Comfort Zone palettes. These were like very crunchy neutrals, not really for me. They were £6 palettes. On one side was mattes, the other side was the shimmers, pretty neutral. Then we have the classic Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is an iconic part of makeup history, along with another product which I will have. The drawers. It's a pressed powder, it's very good, I like pressed powders. Hard Candy did a dupe for the MAC Soft and Gentle. This was the point where it was, can we dupe the MAC Soft and Gentle? We have the L'Oreal Hip Eyeshadow Duos. 2 eyeshadows in one, and they fit a brush. No idea how you'd fit a brush in an eyeshadow. They would slit down the middle, one light shade, one dark shade. There were some very colourful shades. They were good, but the eyeshadows could spill into each other. Then we had the L'Oreal Million Volume Lashes Mascara. I had it, personally it wasn't really for me. Now properly moving on to 2011, we had the Maybelline Volume Express 1x1 mascara. Maybelline mascaras are really good. Admittedly, I've decluttered them, but that's because, other than this one, which is because they're all kind of out of date. Like, I buy too many mascaras. Maybelline had their Colour Sensational Red and Pink collection. Rimmel had their Moisturiser Re-Lip Glow. Revlon had their Copy Makeup Ready Compact Makeup. Then their Photo Ready Concealer. Revlon had like their Photo Ready range. Revlon had their Costume Eyeshadow Palettes. Maybelline Fit Me. Like, the only thing I have at the moment from the Maybelline Fit Me line is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. They have primer, they have foundation, and they have powder, which I'm like, this is iconic. Then Revlon had their Colour Butter lips, which were like tinted lip balms. Like, this is what Revlon is known for. Very talked about product on YouTube. Now we have the L'Oreal Paris Project Runaway Colours Take Flight collection. This was limited edition eyeshadow palettes, nail polishes. This looked very colourful. The lipsticks were very much a nudie colour. Moving into 2012, Nail Z Ink came out with their magnetic polishes. This was definitely a trend I never got into. Maybelline came out with the Colour Show Holiday collection. These weren't their nail polishes, they were red, grey and black nail polishes. Again, why do you wear your makeup for 24 hours? L'Oreal had the Infallible Eyeshadow 24-hour new shades for summer of 2012. Like, I've only tried this from L'Oreal. Like, this is their new telescopic mascara, which I will be doing a wear test this coming week, but literally this is the only thing I've tried from L'Oreal. Like, I really don't try much from L'Oreal, but I'm like, this was big, the telescopic mascara. Don't think I'd ever be repurchasing this one, I don't think, so far. Like, it just doesn't do enough for my lashes, but we'll see how it goes. I need to play with it more. Then we have, there were new shades for summer, the Maybelline Colour Tattoo. Revlon had their Lollipop Fuchsia lipsticks. Revlon had their Papaya Gloss Coral. Revlon had their go-to Coin Metal Gold nail polishes. L'Oreal did their Plum Dire Shadows. NYX had their Lyric lipsticks. Wet n Wild had their Metal Blue nail polishes. It's kind of interesting, some of these. Like, Revlon was definitely a lot bigger in the early days than they are now. L'Oreal had some nail polishes that were silver and black. Revlon had their Colour Stay foundation, like literally. Moving into 2013, we Wet n Wild have their summer collection for 2013. This is the Coloc Bronze SPF collection. Bronzers are definitely interesting. Maybelline had their Colour Sensational High Shine Gloss. This is the gloss I've tried from Maybelline. It's so good. Like, this gloss is really good. I do like the look of the colours in these glosses. I do like colourful glosses. Revlon had their limited edition Chroma Gel on Nail Emerald. These are lots of nail polishes. Do like the colours. L'Oreal had their limited edition Varselis Romance collection. The colours are quite muted. This is definitely the start of limited edition collections. L'Oreal had their limited edition Miss Candy collection, which had eyeshadows, glosses and nail polishes. Revlon had their nearly naked makeup. This was kind of like this had a foundation powder. Like, Revlon sort of did like these ranges at the time. Revlon had their photo ready BB cream. Revlon definitely made makeup for like photos. Like, that was kind of like the thing. Revlon had their Colour Stay concealer. Revlon are definitely known for like their Colour Stay range, their lipsticks. Definitely interesting. L'Oreal had their Visible Lift colour blushes. Not so keen on this blush. L'Oreal colour Keras Wet and Shine Stain. Not really my thing. I prefer like matte lipsticks. Like, I'm really in a matte lipstick phase. Like, today on my face I've been trying out this gloss. And I also have tried this gloss. Like, they're kind of been what I've been trying out. Maybelline Colour Whisper by Colour Sensation. They are very interesting colours. Revlon Colour Stay Ultimate Suede Longwear Lipsticks. I like longwear lipsticks. Like, all my lipsticks are like longwear ones. I never do this like satin. Rimmel have their BB Cream 9-in-1 Super Makeup. Never tried a BB cream. It's sounds interesting. L'Oreal have their Colour Rich Nails. Very bright colours. Wet n Wild had their Coverall collection with foundation powder and foundation. Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Mascara. This was big at one point. Like, what Maybelline was really known for was their Rocket Volume Mascara. L'Oreal have their Electric Fantasy Project Runaway Edition. This was very interesting. There was eyeshadow palette. The colour story looks like colours that would be in a palette at the time. L'Oreal Colour Rich Eyeshadow Palette 3 Statement Essential Bold and Smoky. These are eyeshadows. Then obviously we had the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, which has been reformulated to the Telescopic Lift. I've never tried the original. Maybe at some point I have to try the original versus this and sort of show them side by side. L'Oreal was definitely big. Like, Wet n Wild Mega Lines Mascara, I'm pretty sure. Never heard of this mascara. Rimmel Scandalous Eyeshadow of Mascara. Interesting. Lots of mascaras. This was the time. Now we're sort of moving into 2014. This was when Makeup Revolution started. They had their Salvation palette. Run Boy Run Salvation palette. Girls on Film Salvation palette. De Los Mantras Salvation palette. Welcome to Pleasuredom Salvation palette. What Are You Waiting For? Makeup Revolution came out with their first baked eyeshadows. Revolution had their Ultra Face Base BB Cream Foundation in FB02. This was pink tone. They have their Ultra Bronzer, Ultra Blush palette in Sugar and Spice, Ultra Blush palette in Hot Spice. They had their Redemption Acid palette. This pops, like, this is so bright. Awesome Metal eyeshadows, Vivid liquid blushes. They had their Happy lipsticks. Makeup Revolution had their Scandalous lipsticks. Makeup Revolution had their Vamp collection. Then, sort of moving into like the fall of 2014, Maybelline had some lip polishes. There were quite a few bright colours. L'Oreal had their Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. Never heard of said liquid. Interesting, but not one I've heard of. Revlon had their Colour Burst Matte Lip Balms. Very funky colours. Maybelline had their Hype Gloss Electric Eyeliner. Very bright coloured. Looks like lots of colours. Maybelline Colour Show Glitter Metallic Nail Polishes sound interesting. I'm not really a fan of Maybelline nail polishes. I like lots of stuff. Like, I have a lot of it in my collection. And then Maybelline had their Fit Me Shine Free foundation. Maybelline had their Colour Sensational lipsticks. They have their Colour Show crayon liners. And their Master Smoke pencils. Colossal Express Smoke Eye Mascara. They have. Eye Studio Big Eyes Light Catching Palette. Revlon had their Age Defining CC Cream. Revlon had their Age Defining makeup at this point. Rimmel had their Scandalous Rocking Curving Mascara. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in another video. We'll see you for part 2 of this video. Bye.